In this episode, we get to actually delve deeper into Sterling's past, into his backstory.
Well, does anyone else know what a hopeless romantic you are?
15 years ago, Sterling's life he took a turn that he never expected, and he suddenly found the love of his life, and then within a year, that's all shattered.
His wife is eventually revealed to be an agent working for Russia.
We've been trailing her for months.
There must be another explanation for this.
His entire world just crumbles at that point, and I think part of him kind of dies that day.
Listen to me. I know who you are. The crazy thing is, I don't care. Sterling still sees a way out of this. Bought us 2 tickets for Buenos Aires.
The moment that I can't get out of my head is the moment when he goes and says, I got 2 tickets for you, Laura. Let's go. And she runs out the door. Now, if that doesn't screw you up emotionally in some way, I don't know what would.
Having to question his own judgment for the first time, that's earth-shattering in terms of who he becomes after that.
Here, take it. We'll say that you handled this yourself.
Get out of here!
This could either be the end of your career or a genuine triumph.
Do you go along with that, or do you reject this world entirely? He has no other world. If she's gone, if she's not part of things, then what is left? Then all that's left is the world he grew up in, and that's the world he chooses to go back to.
The most important thing to me about Dempsey is casting Hal Holbrook.
I gather he's a villain, and I think of him as a smiling villain.
For your wife.
Because being a nice guy and confident, you can get away with murder.
Dempsey is a very mysterious character, and frankly, you're not going to really find out exactly who Dempsey is and what his true agenda is for a few episodes, although those answers are shortly coming.
Hold it. Thank you. What floor? Ground, please.
We were in the writer's room, and it sort of hit me to do this weird, I call it an off-rhythm moment, where you're not really sure what's going to happen, and these two people who really shouldn't have anything to do with each other in the same place.
Would you happen to have a cigarette?
No, sorry. Been years for me. It's just fun to have that very intelligent cat and mouse and actually dabble on the other side and jump the fence and leave unscathed.
Nice for the tip.
Anytime.
Sometimes random coincidences happen, and that they just do. They just are.
In this episode, we actually find out that Thomas is Sophia's son.
I want to hear about what happened to the building.
How dare you speak to me like that?
They're both products of their own environments. You know, clearly one has been captive for 66 years and the other has been free and been able to roam. So they both come at this world from a very different perspective.
For Sophia, Thomas is the darker side of their dilemma.
But Thomas's logic is, it's all fair in war. He's trying to do the right thing. On the same note, he's got his own agenda.
He's been working on a secret project that we're going to find out more about in the next few episodes.
Come in. That scene that we like to call the beer summit scene is important because it really is a turning point for President Martinez and Sterling.
It's been a long time since I've been this wrong about someone.
The betrayal of his wife Laura against him is something that defined him and will continue to define him. And he doesn't let too many people get close to him.
I failed you, sir. I'm sorry. They've both, through the events of this episode, had a sense of what it is to walk in each other's shoes. So there's an empathy that gets acknowledged.
Blake, are you actually telling me you're not perfect? Honestly, it's kind of a relief. In terms of Martinez, he knows there are very few people. There's a handful of people that he can trust. And he's, for the first time, allowing Sterling in. And you really see for the first time the mutual respect they have for each other. You want a beer?
Absolutely.